The September meeting of the Caryville Mayor and Board of Aldermen to order. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Keeler.
Here.
Mr. Eric Jones.
Here.
Mr. Eric Smith. Ms. Beth Lawson. Here. Mr. Dwayne Gibson.
Here.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Here.
Mayor Stixberry.
Here, we do have a quorum. Mr. Warren, do you say opening prayer for us, please, sir?
Yeah. Dear Heavenly Father, we bow in your presence. We thank you for this day. We thank you for the many blessings of life and liberties you've given us. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray that you watch over each one that's here tonight. Watch over those affected by the hurricanes in Texas and also Florida. Dear Heavenly Father, go with us, lead, guide, direct, and give the leaders of the city the wisdom and knowledge to carry out your will. These favors we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Okay. All right. Approval of August minutes. Got a chance to look at the minutes. Any additions, subtractions? Everybody had a chance to look at the minutes of the prior meeting. Is there a motion to approve as presented?
I'll make the motion.
Discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right, citizens input. Anybody else address council? Yes, sir, Ronnie.
Bobby, we're here because of a water problem that the city, I think, I'm not sure who owns the property, but it says had to do with them trying to take the wall, rough wall, out, cut a hole through it.
Uh-huh.
And they had a water problem, and the allegations were that we had pushed dirt and stuff up in that wall, and that's not true. That rough wall has been around that piece of property. Our grandparents moved there in 1942, and it was there when they moved there. That wall's been there probably 100 years.
Okay.
To cut a hole through that wall is probably going to turn water through on her, which is going to put water in her basement, which you're going to create a problem if we do that. Whoever, I don't remember now, it's been years, who built the subdivision created the landscaping and what.
Lord, I'm like you, I have no idea who built that in there. I don't know. Now, I know that, yeah, we had a complaint about, water upstream from that, where you're talking about.
Mhm.
And Mr. Walsh, CJUC, and, well, it's left me, city engineer. Scott Bowles. They went over and looked at it, and then they were trying to remedy the problem. Now, I can't speak to what was done or how it was done. That's something that I'll, have to get with Frank and Scott and see what.
And I've been out to look at it. Was it the day after they came? When I came out? And they're right, moving that wall's just gonna put water right in the
Okay,
basement.
well, you know, that'd be something that we can get with Frank and Scott, you know, and have them go back and revisit that and see if they can take care of both problems.
Now, he came by and agreed with Jane on it, that, you know, they take that out and turn the water through down to there, it's gonna create other
Okay.
problems downstream.
Okay.
And
And
that's not a
literally,
good solution.
if you look at the yard it is, it's just
Okay.
gonna go right into the
Well,
basement.
okay, you know, I'm sure they'll, like I said, we'll get back with them and let them reconfigure whatever they're gonna do.
He agreed with that.
Okay, so they're gonna go back and redo whatever,
We didn't want whatever happened here that turned, you know, they were in there starting to dig below that.
They
and we
did
had
dig.
no-
They actually dug a huge portion of that wall out.
okay,
And, you know, the fact that they came onto our property and dug without,
They dug over the fence. It
Would they
may or
know-
may not have been on my property, it was on the back side of the
you know,
road.
that's,
okay.
But-
Well, like I said, that's, you know, I'll have to get with them and see exactly, you know, and talk to them and get them where they can, I'm sure they will try to work to remedy both situations to everybody's satisfaction.
Well, the problem was no one even talked to us before they started.
Okay,
I mean,
well, that's, you know,
if my
usually,
brother-in-law hadn't been there, they'd taken the whole
Yeah,
thing out, and
well-
I'd have been in trouble.
usually they're real good about communicating. I don't know, I have no idea what it was. You know, they didn't communicate then, I don't know. Like I said, I will get in contact with them and I'm sure they'll work to where, you know, remedy for everybody's satisfaction. So I'll take care of that one day this week. I'll try to get hold of Frank and Scott and have them work on it.
We need to be in on the solutions instead of
Okay.
shut it down. So
All right, okay,
that's something that, I'd say it's been 100 years. And if you'll look from the crossroads all the way out through the church, you'll see the little gullies up through there where the springs and the wet water springs come down through there for years.
okay.
And it's obvious where they come through and no reason to start digging on something and create another problem somewhere else.
Okay, like I said, I'll get with them and,
Where's that wall at?
It's,
It's on the other side of the property now.
Behind her house?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
you know,
You can't see it from the
You
road?
can't see it from the road, there's a lot of trees and stuff through
Is
there
it a
too.
rock wall?
It's rock, you can't really hardly call it a wall anymore, because over the years, it's kind of caved a little.
Is there no way they can bring that into the creek any way there?
They could go all the way from, well, where Smith's lived.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to start behind Ruth Ann's house and go all the way to the creek behind that wall. And they can do that.
well, like I said, I'll,
It's
you know,
gonna be more expensive, I'm sure, than just knocking a hole in
Is
it.
it gonna be on private property?
That if they were to put a ditch or something through there, I would give them access through my property. It would not be easy access because a lot of it is wooded. Because it's a natural area back in there. And, but they could I would let them access it to do that. Now, everyone back there, I think, has fences. So, getting across their fences to do it would be hard.
Do you think they would give permission to do that?
it fixes the flooding
If
issues
it-
probably. But that'd be, I think,
The house in question, what has happened is when they did the subdivision, they've got a ditch above the road and they've got a culvert and it runs right down the side of it. I don't know who owns the house back there now, but it goes right down the side of his property. And he's on a hill. And it butts right up against.
Are you talking about off Mike's house?
No, that's at the end of the road. They're at the very end of the road. This is the one directly behind their house.
Where's the location at? Explain it to me.
it's on Pike Lane.
It is on Pike Lane. It's
It's just you pass Ruth Ann's down.
it's right behind Ruth Ann.
Ruth Ann's on the corner of Smith and
She's
Pike.
on the corner.
Like I said, I'll get with them, Ronnie, and have them get with you all, and like I said, I'm sure they'll work it to where everybody's satisfied.
Could we just maybe have Frank and Scott meet with
Right,
them?
yeah, that's one, yeah. get
Well,
them
I
there.
met with Scott, but I've not heard anything since. He came out he came the day after Patrick did. And,
How long does that been?
It was a,
It's 2 weeks ago
2 weeks
because,
yeah.
it was 2 weeks ago because we were going, football was traveling, I think, that weekend. Because me and you had talked about the game.
Like I said, I'll get you all with them, and we'll get that fixed. Okay. Anyone else?
We appreciate you guys bringing that to our attention. And like Bobby said, we'll get right on it and get it to care of. Get it addressed.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, communication from the mayor. Only thing I've got really is, from one side of it, you know, this is 9/11. You know, 16 years ago today, we were attacked. And we lost, 343 firemen, a lot of police officers, and 3,000 people. So, everybody needs to remember this day, never forget when we was attacked. Always remember. Okay, financial report.
In our general fund in the month of August, the year 2017, in the general fund is $542,469.38. Reserved for special fire protection fees, $107,240.56. Reserved for rainy day fund is $45,000. The adjusted general fund balance is $390,228.82. And our State Street Aid Fund is $25,076.08. And our Industrial Fund is $868.89. And the Drug Fund is $11,301.61. So for the month of August, our revenue is $121,251.48. Our expenditures was $112,295.43. The difference that you see there is $8,956.05. I did get a late check-in from Monty Bullock's office of $34,800, but it won't reflect until September, because we didn't get that deposit until then. So actually, it's $42,000 that we're in the good for.
Okay.
So next month, you'll see double.
Next month will be way high.
It'll be higher than, but that's because I didn't get it until after September.
I have a question. The State Street Aid, was there a payment or something come out there? Is that?
We did, I had the payment.
That quarterly.
It was a
Right.
quarterly payment.
Quarterly payment. And knocks a big chunk out of it. It's big when it's monthly, you don't know, when that big quarterly payment, that's a big,
Yeah.
that,
Well, I thought it had dropped quite a bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes it stick out. Your motion, we approve the financial report as presented.
Motion made.
Second.
Discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Giles?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith? Ms. Beth Lawson? Yes. Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. Number 8, reports from council members. Mr. Lawson.
Got your report? I don't have it back this time.
Okay.
It's been a busy month. I'll
Okay.
go ahead and do.
Go ahead, Dwayne, do the police department, sir.
Town of Caryville monthly report for the police department. We had 255 complaints, We patrolled, there were 255 complaints. We made 14 arrests. There was 82 citations wrote. 8 drug arrests. And we made 6 felony warrant arrests. And we patrolled 11,356 miles. And we were called out on 15 different accidents. And that's it for the police department report.
Well, had a busy month there too.
Busy month.
Yeah. Ms. Beth, library?
We had, 1,022 items checked out, 9,056 items checked in. There was 388 e-books checked out. They added 13 new patrons. They added 18 items. There was 188 computer users. They loaned 15 items, borrowed 36, and the total number of attendance was 390 people. My thoughts?
Wow.
Still amazes me. As many goes through this little library. All right, Mr. Jones?
The fire department had 2 auto accidents with injury, 6 without injury, 2 bomb threats, 1 brush fire, 1 house fire without injury, set up the LZ for life store twice, 1 false alarm, assisted EMS 1 time, and a citizen assist for 18 calls, 60 men, and 316 and a half man hours. And I think Eddie's got the part-time guys in place. There've been several projects they've worked on, maintenance with the trucks, and so he's got that up and going to help to everybody.
And most all the hydrants have been weed eated all around.
Yeah.
All right.
On the website,
Yes, sir.
Noah's on board, he's got 3 projects he's wrapping up within the next 4 to 5 weeks. I get pictures together for him, and he said we're basically he'll be all us.
Okay.
Once he gets, it's the church and 2 private sites he's wrapping up right now, but he seemed really excited about it, and I'm also gonna wait till the colors turn so I can get some fall pictures for him as well.
Good. We've been needing that a long time, and I believe Noah does a good,
He will, like I said, he was excited about it when I talked to him.
he's done a lot of good work, I've seen it, so y'all be great. All right, do I hear a motion we approve all reports as presented?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, any old business? Okay. Under new business, number 1, council to approve hiring temporary employee in the library. Ms. Baker?
Yes, me and Logan, or Logan and I, we conducted interviews the other day, Thursday. I don't know what day of the week it is that time. Thursday. We interviewed 4 ladies, and we have made our decision. And she's with us today. Her name is, I'm gonna mess it up. I told her I would. Rochelle Bolton. I said, what's your last name? I'll get that right. So it's Rochelle Bolton. She's with us back there at Logan. So we've hired her to fill the position to help Logan in the library, if the council chooses to approve her. Like I said, we had interviewed 4, and we thought she was the best candidate for the job. So, if I have to make a motion to hire her, then
Okay, this is temporary
yes.
hours as needed.
Well, me and Logan discussed that the other day because it was kind of out there and we didn't know when we were doing the
Okay.
hiring. But, and I meant to get with you earlier today or somebody to find out what it was. I mean, is it gonna be, can she work 32 hours or?
Temporary
is it-
can work 32.
Yeah, Logan's
Temporary
temporary.
can actually work 40,
They can work 40.
but not on my average in a year's time.
Right, but it's really best to work 32 on temporary.
Right. So we knew we needed her to cover for the day that Logan wasn't here, because technically the library has to be open 5 days a week. And like with the library board and all that, like there's a certain amount of money that has to be spent or something. It's really crazy, ain't it? And
Yeah,
that
it's
money's not being
complicated. It
spent
is.
because Robin's off. So I told Roche and Logan both the other day that it will probably be 32 hours if that's what she chooses to work, because that fund's there and it has to be spent. That was the purpose of us having to hire another assistant. Right, Logan? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I told every one of those ladies I interviewed, I said, I don't know as much about this as Logan
And
does.
I've dealt with the library board in the
So-
past, and you really do have to specifically play by their rules.
Yeah, they're real strict about how their
But if
thing
you
is
don't,
set up.
you know, that hurts funding, so you gotta do it.
Thou shalt.
So if that
Exactly.
money's not spent, we lose it, is that?
Yes.
We lose it and more.
Yeah, you can lose state funding.
If
Yeah,
the-
we could lose all of
Yeah.
that funding. if
And
this
see,
is
we're
not-
not paying Robin, or we're paying her like the days, you know, like she one day or so. So with us only paying her, because right now we were just needing somebody to fill in that extra day. Well, you can't hire somebody to work one day. I mean, who really has that kind of time? So, so when we discussed this, I was just kind of looked at Logan and I'm like, I don't know, because it was never discussed, and we were just needing somebody. So I said, yes, 32 hours.
Well, if the money's, you
The
know,
money's there, it needs to be spent.
I'm sure the money's there. The money, that's not the issue, money's there. so.
Right.
You don't wanna lose your funding.
No.
No, like I said, it's
No.
not, we'll lose the funding we're not spending, we'll lose all the
We
funding.
don't wanna do that.
We can't do that. I mean, you hear the library report, you know we can't do that.
Logan, is 32 hours going to cover it?
Yeah, that'd be.
See, that's what
that'd be
Logan
great.
works too right now.
It
It's
is,
only
I mean,
32.
so there'd be one day where each of us would have to work alone, and it'll be a couple of weeks before that happens, because she has to be trained and everything, but, I think it would be fantastic to have somebody 32 hours a week.
Well, when you've got the volume, like I said, you had what, maybe say 400 people, is what you
We got
have.
the volume.
We average about 400 people a month,
Yeah, right.
somewhere along that, you know, that's a lot of people.
I've
One
worked
for
in the
one
I've
person.
worked in the library by myself, and it is very difficult.
So that's
When
a lot
Robin
of
was
people.
sick many years ago, when I helped fill in for her, you don't get to get stuff done.
That's what I'm saying, that's a lot of people to help in a month's time, so that's,
And we've grown since then. It was
Yes.
tough for me
yeah.
then.
Right.
Okay, is that your recommendation?
It is
32
my-
hours?
Yes.
Then form a motion. I'm sorry, go ahead. Let's make a motion.
Did you make a motion?
Yes.
I'll say.
Now, discussion.
No, I was just going to make.
Oh, okay.
make the
I thought
motion.
okay. That's fine. Anybody discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Feeley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith? Ms. Beth Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. Welcome, Rashad.
Thank you.
All right, number 2, council to approve first reading adopting ordinance number 2017-08, amending the annual operating budget FY 17-18. And that is where,
Excuse me.
oh, I'm sorry, Kathy.
One small amendment.
Okay,
We need to substitute the word city recorder everywhere town administrator shows up in the manual.
And the manual?
Yes.
I think that's actually the next one.
huh?
That's actually the next one. This is the
Oh,
police department one, but see, this is,
You're doing a budget amendment.
okay, never mind.
yeah, this is the budget ordinance. You're talking about the ordinance
got it.
after this on the
Right, okay.
agenda.
All right. Okay. And explain this for us, please, ma'am,
Okay, this one is operating budget for the fiscal year,
this year.
for this year, I'm sorry, under general fund. We didn't budget for the clothing and uniforms that we had approved last month, so we had to amend that. And so we increased it to 1,700. And then for, under the police, the capital outlay, we had to increase that by 3,100. The reason being was repairs and maintenance on vehicles.
Okay.
And in the fire protection and control, we had to increase it to 3,100 with the uniform. that had not stolen. And
Okay.
insurance paid on that, so we had to.
They just show it coming in and going back out.
It's going in and going back out.
Okay. All right, more housekeeping on the budget, which is, got to keep up with. Do I hear a motion we approve ordinance on first reading 2017-08?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith? Ms. Beth Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson? Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. All right, now Kathy, number 3, council to approve first reading adopting ordinance 2017-09, Title 6 Coordinator. Could you explain that for us, please?
With the recycling grant, working with Tim Hendrick for the East Tennessee Development District, we were required to have a Title 6 coordinator. And the Title 6 coordinator is going to be Frank Wallace. And so we have to have an adopting ordinance for that, and this is what this shows here with the manual that you see behind it.
Okay,
Just have to have all this in place for the grant,
okay.
as part of the paperwork process.
In other words, this is one of them where thou shalt have this before you can apply for a grant.
Yes.
Okay. And Kathy, what was your comment, ma'am?
Well, it has the words town administrator throughout.
Okay.
So as long as that doesn't get mixed in with a city administrator, whatever title you want to give Frank
Okay.
in the statute, that was my concern. is that-
Okay.
Well, you can.
So it could be the city recorder or their designee.
Or designate, okay. We designate. So it's gonna be-
Order or designate probably best,
Designate will be
yeah.
best, okay.
I said, that's not one of those, before you apply for anything like that, you have to have all these, jump through hoops.
Okay.
All right, do I hear a motion, we adopt ordinance number 2017-09 on first reading?
I'll make a motion that we approve.
I'll second.
Okay, now that's with Kathy's,
I mean,
Yeah, with the,
It was with that.
Kathy changed, okay. Discussion, call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith? Ms. Beth Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. All right, number 4. Okay, this is second reading of another budget amendment from last year. Let me get down here, Frank. Okay, this is. Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Okay, this is the second reading of ordinance 2017-07 that we passed in August, which is is housekeeping on last year's budget. Do I hear a motion we approve?
Make a motion.
second.
Discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith? Ms. Beth Lawson? Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson? Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. All right, council discuss TDOT grant. Okay, now this, I'm thinking that Lloyd, you and David talked to somebody, I think this is different from this, I think. But did you talk to TDOT today?
We talked to Mr. Neil Hanson from Eastern TDOT
Okay.
about the lighting and sidewalk grant.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Is this the one that Jim Jeffries?
This is one that he gave.
Okay, all right, yes, okay. I'm on the same page. Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's different.
Oh, it is, David?
Yeah, this is different than Jim Jeffries.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, good, I'm glad.
Okay, sorry.
This is different. Okay, go ahead, Lauren.
Well, me and David met with Mr. Neil Hanson today. We was talking about the grants. It's a sidewalk lighting grant. This grant's 80-20 match, but actually, if we apply for the grant and get the grant, we have to start construction if we get the grant. We have to pay for the construction, the city does, so it could easily equal out to maybe a 60-40. So it could cost us a lot of money to get this grant, if we get this grant. And there's actually 2 different sections of the city. One was here on this side and one was on the other side of the interstate. They suggested for us not to apply for the one on the the other side of the interstate, since T-Dot's gonna come in sometime and do a change on the interstate for the ramps and stuff, and we get a lot of stuff picked up there free from T-Dot.
That's the best way.
And it would cost us no money. The one over here, you gotta have a starting place and you gotta have a stopping place, and it has to be a public thing. The only thing on this side that we've had a starting place and a stopping place, it's a public thing, would be the library and the post office. So the sidewalks and lighting would be for here to there for right now. It could get pretty expensive. We could apply for it, but we don't have to use it, but it can be very expensive. So me personally, I don't think much about it.
Well, I was hoping, that's why I had, y'all talked to them, I was hoping we could do something, up through town and over on the other side, but since.
Yeah, you gotta have, the only thing about it is, you have to have a starting place, and it has to be a public, the library is the perfect place to start or stop, and the post office is. But like up through town there's no place, there's no business.
There's nothing to start and stop with.
Yeah, there's nothing to start or stop at. The only way we could do it through town would be go up through town and make two sidewalks, one up and one down, have a crosswalk, and make a circle back down. Like, see, like, if you do sidewalks and lighting stuff, you're looking at a lot of money. And if, say the grant was for $300,000 and we got to the $300,000 mark, that's all they'll pay. That's all the grant will pay, no more.
So if it goes over, it's a, okay. Okay.
But it's whatever the council would like to do. If they want to apply for the grant, that's fine. I'm for or against it, either one, it don't really matter.
Right. Well, what's your gut feeling and recommendation is, if we apply, we're not obligated.
We're not obligated to use that, are we, if we do get the grant?
I don't think so.
No, we don't match or nothing.
But would you even want to, if you don't have much intention of using it, is there any use to even applying for it?
Well, the only thing that would be good for right now would be, a sidewalk from here to the post office.
Could it go with the sidewalk grant that we have right now? Could it go in with that?
It has to do with,
Since this is,
roads, the
Yeah.
main road here.
Oh, so we couldn't tie it together with
No.
other.
and you got to have, it was really hard for me to understand all of it, because you got to have the start and stopping place was kind of weird. And the drainage has to be perfect. The grade of the sidewalk would be a 2%, was it 2%, 3%? It's,
Well, I see on here, it says the NEPA, the environmental is non-reimbursable, local funds. Right of way, if you have to have any easements, local funds.
yes,
Construction, 80%.
yes.
So, yeah, but now, if you and David don't think that would be to our best interest, I mean, we still got the other one we was talking,
Yes.
the T-Dot,
Right.
that it can be used for lighting up the whole part of town and over there.
Yeah.
And if it's your feeling that this is not be worth the effort, we can just, pass on this one and
I think it will
concentrate.
cost the city a lot of money, and I don't think we're going to, I don't think it's going to be that good of a deal.
Not gonna get a lot of bang for the buck.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
The bad outweighs the good financially in
Yes.
this one.
Okay. Well, if that's,
We could spend a lot of money on this, and, you look at it, it's like, where did the money go?
yeah, okay. All right, that's fine. If, that's good. That's why we wanted to find out about it. So, that's fine. We'll just let that one lay then, if that's your recommendation.
What do you think of that, Dave?
I don't think we're,
Okay, that's fine.
I believe we had one of those in the past. I think that's that same type that we had similar at, when we were going to do those sidewalks at Asbury. You do a lot of in-house, but how much can you do in-house for $100,000 or $300,000?
Yeah, construction has to start before the 80% even kicks in.
Okay. And we're on the hook for part of it from starting, okay?
We're on the hook for a lot of it, depending on how it goes.
Right, okay. Well, if that's the case, we'll just let that one lay then, if that's fine. But now the other DOT, the one I thought you was talking about, we got this information, Jim Jeffries, city administrator Follett, called me and said LaFollett's using it now. They've got one and they're reapplying again. Now, it can be used for the old part of town sidewalks and lighting, and up and down the hotel motel strip for lighting and sidewalks.
That would be all right.
Right, and it's, I think it's like an 80-20 or 90-10, but they're working on theirs now.
Is that about the same thing that Jacksboro had when they put the sidewalks in?
I don't know, could be. It's probably about the same thing, I assume. Like I said, they're working on theirs now, the fall is. So, we're getting some more information on, she's getting more information on that, and we'll, when's that have to be in?
October 3rd is the deadline.
The T-Dot?
Yeah, if it's the same one, that's what
Okay.
I'm looking at now.
Well, that one, I think would probably be good to apply for, and it's non-binding. I mean, it's, you can apply, but you don't have to take it.
Right, that would be all right.
I think this is probably more down what we'd be looking for. I'll entertain a motion that we go ahead and authorize to apply for this one, for the T-Dot, that does the lighting and everything. So, but we, forget it. We don't have to take or whatever. We need to at least apply for the deadline. We will meet again for the deadline.
Right.
So, do I hear a motion, we apply for this one?
I'll make a motion to apply for this one.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay, like I said, we don't, you can apply the lien, you'll get it. If you get it, you still don't have to.
It doesn't cost us anything to
No,
apply.
no. Blank says no.
Exactly.
All right, have a motion, and a second, discussion, call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beaver?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith? Ms. Beth Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. All right, number 6, council approve Open Arms Ministry Road Drive September 30th. Do we have anything else on that date? Okay. No, now, the only place we can authorize is Shoney's. We can't authorize anywhere else, like Waffle House or anywhere we can, because that's state road we can authorize. Only thing we can authorize is over here at Shoney's, at the stop sign. So with that in mind, if you'll inform them that, I hear a motion that we grant the road block for Open Arms Ministry, September the 30th.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Discussion, call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beaver?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith? Ms. Beth Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. Number 7, discuss Halloween trunk or treat.
Okay, so this, I called around, have you talked to anybody?
I did talk to Stan Faust, and he says October 31st.
Right, and I talked to Aaron today, and Aaron said that they're leaning towards to see if, last year we had an issue because we had trunk or treat on Saturday, and trick or treat was, Halloween was really Monday.
Right.
So, it worked out perfect for us. Saturday was great. I wish we'd do it every year on Saturday. It's just more convenient for those that are involved, like with the trunk or treat thing. I guess if everybody did the door-to-door thing, it wouldn't be too big of a deal. But going with the consensus of the different cities, we are going to go with the 31st, which is Halloween.
Which is on a Tuesday night.
Yes, that's what Aaron Evans with the county sheriff's department said, and that's what Stan said with La Follette. So
Okay.
we're not gonna go out from, try to do it on Saturday, we'll just do it on Tuesday, like everybody else, and we plan on doing the trunk or treat over in the, old ball
The old
field.
ball field in front of Scotty.
Yes, and the more the merrier, if you know anybody that wants to do it. We encourage everybody to decorate your trunk, come over there and hand out candy. The city buys candy, so if any of you guys want to participate, I would like it. Brian helps me.
I'll be
The
there.
fire department always helps. Police department helps. Last year I had my mom and all my sisters over there. So anybody that wants to come and decorate, you know, and hand out candy, we would absolutely love it.
Okay, what, let's see.
I
Trying
think it
to
was
think.
5 to 8.
5, that's roughly, what time is it usually? They use it by 7:30, it's pretty much,
Yeah, I think it was 5 to 8. I could be wrong, but we're gonna try to make up
they
flyers
start early.
and send them out to all the businesses and ask them to participate, the
All right.
churches. It doesn't have to be a business, it could just be an individual, it doesn't matter.
5 to 8.
I think that's what time it
Okay,
was.
sounds good.
Can't remember.
All right, sounds great. All right, council discuss ATV festival, TOC.
Town curve.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I abbreviated, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I abbreviated everything.
Told me a curve.
I don't know.
Well, see if anybody wanted to,
I don't know. Well, we have discussed having a booth. I don't know for sure if we're gonna be able to. I mean, I don't know really. I mean, we donated money last month, so I don't know. I mean, we don't have anything to have a booth for.
if not, we can at least make, have a presence. I plan on, I know you'll be there, and I plan on going. Patrick, you'll probably,
I'll be there at least part of the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
I'll be
would be,
there till
it would
about
be
dawn.
nice to have a booth there with our caryville on it.
Well, the way I see it with
And
the
present
booth,
something with the Cumberland Trail and the
Cold Lake.
Cold Lake.
our ease of access to Brimstone, our ATV on the road, what we
Yeah.
rules, maybe at Rickard Ridge in the motels that have like their information. What we offer here that people that aren't from here don't know about.
Right. It would be wonderful.
Yes, it would get our name,
Like literally if
it would get the town of Caryville
Rickard Ridge and
a
Elm
notch up.
for example,
Yeah.
since they're not chain of seven, they just have menus there that show people what they have.
Right. We're coming.
And to come in, and if they want pictures, I don't care to go take pictures for them.
You
And
have 33 days
Would
to
you-
get all this together. I'm over there.
Now, let's see, when is it?
It is October 14th.
14th.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, see, that's our problem, that when I first originally told Jimmy Jeffers that we would do it, I thought that would be a great idea to do things like that, you know, to have a presence, you know, or maybe have water bottles to hand out that just said, you know, Town of Caryville, or, you know, something like that. Just something to have a presence there. But, you know, time keeps slipping away. We have no printed material for the city of Caryville that has any information like that.
Right. And that's something that just takes time to get together.
So,
If we're not able to get a booth, we will have a presence there with us. You know, I plan on going to spend some time. Patrick, I know Dwayne will be there. Maybe that time our shirts be.
we were there all last, I mean, I was there most of the day last year, until Jake's football game, but.
Well, if nothing else, we can get us a folding table and,
That's like me, I'll be there, obviously we run the Harvey Forest, I'll be there till it's time for me to go get ready, that's dark.
Mhm.
And it's almost over by dark.
Right. all right, we can work on that.
yeah,
between
we need a booth there.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, just a couple folding tables and try to
Do
get,
we
try to
have
get some
anything
information.
here, like a banner or anything that says the city of Caryville on it?
Not that I know of.
Do we have a logo? Do we know anything like that yet?
No, that's something that Patrick and Noah can work on also. I know we're kind of behind the times on, we're behind the curve, we're trying to catch up.
I mean, because if we had a booth, I mean, you're talking about you need a tent, which I don't know that we have. You'll need tables, which I'm sure we could take these.
Yeah.
But, and a banner to let people know who you are, you know, to sit in front of the, table. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be, I mean, if we decide to, we still have another month, I mean, we still meet again before the festival.
We can always use that material for other events as well.
Once we have the material, we always have the
Right.
material for anything. And we can just update as needed.
Yeah.
Right.
Patrick, can you work on that? You got time to work on some of that also?
I've done a logo design, probably a pipe dream 30 days.
Right, I'm talking about like
Picture,
the banner,
menus.
you work on, like, who makes the banner?
Sandy.
Sandy's who I already.
Sandy make us a banner, you make us a nice banner, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The banner, it's the deal, getting the logo, design.
Well, that's,
Well, even if you didn't have a logo, you could just have a banner made that said town.
That's what I'm saying, 33 days, you're not getting it because of logo in 33 days.
Banner don't should have a picture of Cold Lake and Mount Judah.
but we can, like I said, we'll,
It takes me a day to make a banner.
yeah, we'll be a lot more prepared, we'll be a lot more prepared next round.
They got logo of my,
Next year.
department.
We'll have it next year.
Yeah, that's right, David's,
Well, if we've got that logo, put it on the banner.
yeah,
Yeah, Sandy's
David.
made it too. It
on
has,
David's trucks, it's got a mountain.
Yeah.
It's Cove Lake, it's the interstate, I think it's
Does it
the
look good?
walking trail, mountains, all.
We don't know.
And you're crazy.
Yeah, we could use, if Sandy's made it, he has it there.
Yeah, he made it, so.
Okay.
Call Sandy's and Sandy's.
What size? Enough to cover a folding table.
You want those tape?
That one's probably
What is in the,
within
what's
an
in,
average size.
what's in there?
Yeah, 10 to 10 or 12.
But that's why I'm behind.
Yeah.
Times on photography.
Aren't, I think, Eddie, aren't those canopies, are they 10 to 10?
That make it 10 to 10 and 10 to 12.
Okay.
12 to 12.
But they're about, well, stand about 10 to 10, right? Okay, probably 10 foot. Want to go across one of those canopies? Okay. All right, we'll work on that. Okay. Okay, council discussed pest control. I know we've been having some issues with creepy crawlies. I know especially in the fire department, you want to stick your foot down in a boot or put a coat on, and a spider or something be in it. And I had her give us, get some quotes from, some pest control people that would come and spray like once a month, spray the whole entire building. And we got Mitchell's was $37 a month. Brooks was
65 a month,
60.
145.
It's $145 up front and $65 a month. And Four Seasons was bi-monthly service, $75. So it looks to me like probably Mitchell's would probably be the best bet. I mean, I'm gonna leave it open to discussion if y'all think we do need it or don't need it.
I'm surprised we don't already have it.
We used to have it. And it got canceled before.
Now you're talking about for all bugs, termites and everything?
Yeah, that's spraying the entire, that's spraying.
Actually, there's some of them that are not termites.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking this is not for termites.
Termites is a lot more expensive.
Yeah, of course, I don't think everything here.
According to Mitchell's, it's mice, spiders, something I cannot read, and roaches.
Ants and roaches, yeah.
Do you have to sign a year contract or is it just?
It's a year, 12-month service agreement.
Yeah, 37. That one was 75, 65, and this is 37.
Mitchell is the lowest.
Yeah, like I said, it's up to the pleasure of council what you want to do.
Well, they're licensed, bonded, and insured,
Yes.
all of them, obviously. So, I mean, to me, it seems like Mitchell's is the way to go with the $37 a month bid. That's less than half of one and almost half of the other one.
Okay.
And if they're offering the same service, because they're all no termites.
Yeah.
But this Four Seasons said that they will sweep down spider webs outside as needed.
They come to the fire hall, they've been there a while.
Just saying.
I like that.
Well, I just,
Well, actually, if Four Seasons is every other month,
yeah, I'm just.
it's actually maybe the cheaper alternative.
No,
Yeah.
well, it's $444 for the Mitchell's pest control for a year, and it's $450 for 4 seasons, so, and I'd rather be treated every month than every other.
I tend to agree on that
So,
one.
I make a motion, we go with Mitchell's.
Okay. There's a
It was
second.
the lowest.
I'll second it. Dwayne can have that one, I've seconded it.
Okay.
Discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Bailey?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith? Ms. Beth Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. All right, number 10, council to approve purchasing of a new fire truck, Mr. Jones, in place of Mr. Smith.
This is, Eddie's looking at the pickup, or the Unit 5 we got now, the white F-350, 350. Is one we're having some issues with, we talked about a little bit last month, mechanical issues. We looked at going through the state bid, just buying the chassis right now, and then buying the bed separate, and getting the lights and all that on it for a F-450. And this money, that money would come out of the water bill, or what's on the water bill for the
The
highway.
special fire protection
Right.
services on the budget.
So it wouldn't affect the general fund in any way or anything like that. It's the money that's specifically reserved for fire equipment, fire trucks and all that. The price on the truck itself, just the chassis, is $47,736.13.
Who's that through?
That's through Ford of Murfreesboro. That's who has the state bid. And they'll deliver it and all that.
That's a 450 four-wheel drive.
The 450 four-wheel drive diesel.
Okay. That would replace Unit 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, that would include the bed and the lighting and all that, and that stuff, that's just the chassis on it.
How much is one with all that stuff? Just curious.
If you have a custom truck made like this, what, 100,000 plus?
I mean,
So when are we gonna add the bed and the,
It won't be that much for the total.
yeah.
If you vote on it, I mean, of course, whenever they get it, you know, we'd have to take it to Knoxville.
Can you all use it? Will you be able to use it as soon as it's delivered?
No.
How long is it gonna take to complete before the truck's ready to use?
That's what I'm thinking. I wanna buy something, y'all not be able to use it.
I don't know how long it would take them to put the bed on it, get the lights on it, radios in it. I've never
Are we talking
I've never
another
been through that process.
$10,000, $20,000?
The bed's right around 8,000. That's a utility bed, like a work truck.
that's got all your compartments to store your stuff in.
And we're wanting to put our rescue stuff in. But lights, I don't remember exactly what they were.
Then we figured on the high side, like $17,000-18,000, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just gonna put it around 65,
For the truck and everything.
60 to 65 total. And that's figuring stuff high because stuff is high, but that's figuring.
And also, this is an F-450. It's not like you
Yeah.
go out and just buy one of those for less than probably 80,000,
Right.
just as a truck.
Buying it this way, like Eddie said, you're probably talking at least $100,000 if you buy a custom truck from an actual fire department company, a fire company. And you're talking at least $100,000, and you're probably talking 12 months, about 12 months to order. Which this year can probably, like I said, when you get the truck, you're probably talking 3 months max from tonight, maybe.
But hopefully less.
Yeah, hopefully less.
Okay, this is my next question. is this what you guys set, I mean, I know this money's set aside every month for this, is this what you guys are needing out of this money? I mean, like, I know a truck can go down tomorrow, I mean, I understand that, but if you're taking this much money away from this fund, you don't, I mean, you're not thinking like something else, or could go, you know, you didn't save this money for like a big truck.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've got a grant right now. Hopefully we'll hear something this month on a fire truck.
Yeah, well, when I seen that, I thought, oh, well, we're purchasing a new fire truck, you know? I didn't, I mean, I knew we had talked, because I was gonna say, are we getting a fire truck and this truck, or?
We're not heard anything on the grant, but,
Okay.
you know.
I mean, this unit's a very important part of the rescue operations, right?
Yeah, but.
Like if you had to cut somebody out or
Yeah.
something of that nature.
But to answer, I know your question, I think I understand where you're going with your question is, if we spend, say, 60,000 of this, that'll leave like 47,000,
Yeah.
okay? Even if we do get the grant for the big truck, the time that you get specs together, order a truck, you're talking 18 months, 12 to 18 months.
You don't just order a fire truck.
Right, and at what, $3,000 a month? You're probably talking, we could almost replenish this by the time we would have to even think about paying for another truck, because it takes at least 12 to 18 months. I know I was involved in purchasing both of these big trucks we have. It takes about 18 months from the time that this council says we're going to order one or buy one. It takes that long before one's sitting out here in the parking lot.
Right.
And like I said, we would replenish this back almost to $107,000 in an 18-month period. My calculation's right.
I was just making sure that we didn't need both, and we weren't trying to buy,
No,
you know, at the same.
No, this is not the big truck, no.
And the grant was, what was we looking at, around 60,000?
The grant, I think, Eddie, help me here, I think if we get the grant, our part will be what, $39,000? On an 80, so it's like $39,000. No, that would be our part on the grant.
You save a lot of money. If you order a truck and the chassis comes in to the factory, if you pay for that chassis right then, you save a lot of money. Wow.
And this is a 2017, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm done asking questions.
No.
And this is a
No,
custom.
that's how you know, it's what you're supposed to do, ask questions.
Yeah.
You don't know it, you ask.
Right.
This is a custom job, correct? We get the chassis and we say we need this, and this. This isn't like we're pulling a truck that's been sitting.
So we're gonna get in this truck, by putting it together, we're gonna get in it about 70,000, 65,000.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that neighborhood versus over, probably a little over 100 or more if you buy one custom made. Does that form a motion, Mr. Jones?
I'll make that formal motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion?
Are you gonna drive it home every day? Just had to throw that out there.
Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Green,
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith, Ms. Beth Lawson.
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson.
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
No.
Mayor Stewart.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, council discussed beautification outside of the front building. I think, Mr. Jones, that's you again?
Talked to, Lloyd and I talked last week or so, talked about doing some kind of shrubs, plant something out front, so it doesn't look bare like it does now.
That was one of the last things that Vicki talked about before she left the council, was doing that. I don't know, you all remember that? Vicki talked about that, and we all agreed on that, but that's where it's at. There was nothing.
So is there already money there in place for it? What do we,
That
who
money money put there with the building?
That's probably there under building maintenance.
I think it was.
There's money in there
I
for
think
that.
we had that money in there.
And we're at 8% on buildings and grounds, so we're way under budget on it so far for the year.
And Eric, can you say something about getting the trustees to come down here, clean the walks and stuff?
Yeah, they've got that scheduled wherever the weather's nice, they do that.
They do have a pressure washer.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get all that cleaned up around here.
Would you want to do this fall?
I think we need to do something.
It'd be good to
I
do
think
this
it
fall.
needs-
Well, it's
I think
awful,
we-
it's awful bare looking out there.
Well, this fall's gonna be a good time, it's gonna be a wet fall, so the shrubs will more likely to survive than die.
I think we maybe look at putting the best Christmas tree out here somewhere. When I say best tree,
You talking about that?
you know, maybe put it out here in the corner or out here in the front of it, somewhere that we could have a tree that belongs, you know, on city property and, you know, maybe, I'd like to see someday us have like a pavilion out here, kind of like a little shelter for the library and stuff like that. Or, you know, maybe a little walking trail right here around this grassy area for everybody to use. And maybe we can start just baby steps and get the shrubs and get it all going now. Spruce it up a little bit, those plans for something later. To make it looks kind of bare when you go in.
It does. It needs it. You talk about, now I know before we had it's been several years ago, Lord, I know you remember, we had like a big crepe myrtle right here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it got to where it started impinging on the foundation and the brick, it had to be gone. If we can put something in, like those, little short evergreens that don't get very tall, several of those and some perennials, annuals.
Something that,
I'm not a landscaper, nor do I know how to do any of that, so it's up to you guys.
like I said, I just like whatever we have to do to get something.
You just have to pick it out. The money's there, you just have to go pick it out.
You're the man.
Like I said, I
You could
can't.
probably go to a nursery and they could probably tell you what, you tell them the area you got, and they could probably tell you what would do good there. There's a nursery right there before you get in Oak Ridge, I don't know where you should buy my stuff at, well, it used to be Wilson's Nursery.
Yeah.
And they'll give you a lot of information like that. Gee, what you might put out.
Yeah, we'd have to get something that, that thing gets sun about all, it's hot sun all the time, so you'd have to get something that would be hardy enough to stand that. But we'll work on that too, Eric. All right. Okay.
I know, we never did that.
But
Those
the money's
signs.
already in there, right, for this, if we.
That's under maintenance.
Building grounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is anybody working on the signs? You know, we talked about those signs at one time.
No, and
The welcome to Caryville signs and stuff.
they need to be worked on. David, do you have any idea who would, to make us some signs, do you have any idea about, the two signs that, city limit signs, they're old and they're starting to get in bad shape. I wonder, could you find out maybe through the contacts of Jacksboro and see who done their signs? They got new signs.
Yeah, they got on 4 lane.
Yeah, and see who made those for them. Kind of get some ideas, because they need to be replaced. I know they've been there 20 years probably.
What about the one up there with the stones and stuff?
That's one I'm talking about. That one
You
and one
said it
up
was
here.
falling apart at one time, didn't you? No.
And we got the same design up here on 116.
So we need somebody not only to do a sign, but a masonry to fix the stones.
If you want to go back with that, you don't have to go back with that. You can just have
We could tear that out and do something more like Jacksboro has, if you want to.
two posts and a sign. That's something we can decide on. Dave, if you find out, give us some ballpark figure on what those costs, work on that. All right, anything else come forward, council? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor say aye. Aye.